Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Jabba-Weenies, your favorite dance troupe turned token players. I'm Ron, that's Don, and that's our girl, Chiffon. This week, we have been hit with a content fire hose from Wizards yet again, and we're letting that trickle down to you with our terrible, malformed opinions about what's coming up in Lorwyn and Marvel superheroes. That's right, spoilers from two different sets.
None of which are coming out in the next 6 months.
One of which comes out in next June. How many sets do you think happened before that? You said too few.
I think we need to rewind to the Jabba-Weenies, which is actually my dream.
What do you mean?
What magic dance troupe? That's I'm all over that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so your question of how many sets come out before it, the Marvel Superheroes comes out in June of 2026. We have Lorwyn, Eclipsed, and Ninja Turtles, and Strixhaven all coming out before then. Mm-hmm. So we are getting like mega spoilers, and I feel like it's too soon.
We got 3 Lorwyn spoilers.
They know we're gonna love Lorwyn. They have to show us the Marvel stuff now to avoid another Spider-Man fiasco.
I actually think they are gonna use this. I think this is a setup. This actually, okay, maybe this is the wrong way to start this, but I think it's all a setup because Lorwyn is the perfect set for like heavily enfranchised players to be, oh, thank God. Okay, they're doing Magic again. Everybody's going to love this. All we got to do is support the set and they'll see, wow, the players still like Magic IP stuff. The only people that love Lorwyn have been playing this game for 1 billion years.
Hey.
And I love Lorwyn. And I didn't say that you loved Lorwyn. Maybe you hate Lorwyn. And, you know, but that's besides the point. It's not a beloved plane setting to the majority of the player base, and so it will fail. It will not do well. We will be very happy as enfranchised players, and it will not do nearly as well as like even Strixhaven. But we have the illusion that it will because the people that love it so much.
No, here's why I think you're capping. Because this elf is the most fucked up creature I've ever seen in existence.
New Dommy Mommy?
When you're right, you're right.
All right, well then let's do these spoilers in the chronological order of release instead of, let's start with the Lorwyn because they are pretty high.
Yeah, let's start with how much I'm going to hate playing against them because then we still start with Lorwyn. High perfect Morkant, a 4-mana Golgari 4/4. Whenever High Perfect Morkant or another LP control enters, each opponent blights 1. I also cannot even begin to describe how fucking angry I am to get another keyword that totally fails on the Family Feud scale. Like, you ask 100 people on the street what they think blight 1 means, 2 people are getting it right. One of them designed the mechanic, and the other is VeggieWagon. It means each opponent puts a -1/-1 counter on a creature they control.
Mm-hmm. I would have gotten this wrong because my guess would have been when they tap the blighted land, they sacrifice it.
There you go. And that's any elf, by the way. Doesn't say non-token. Mm-hmm. Doesn't say non-token.
Yep.
You can also tap 3 elves you control to proliferate, which it's sorcery speed. I feel like that might get used. I feel like this is just now, hey, what if Elf Ball board wiped everybody else forever? Which is crazy. They were like, yeah, you know Lathril's problem? Everybody kept shooting her. What if we made like Lathril, but you had to kill her even faster to avoid the game being taken over?
I like her. I'm building her.
Yes, I know that for sure.
The other thing I wanted to touch on, we're doing the spoilers now, but I didn't get to respond to Veggie saying this is going to bomb. I don't think it's going to bomb. I agree with you that new players don't know that they love Lorwyn, but I think the reason Lorwyn was so popular when it was is because it is a good high fantasy thing that a lot of people just inherently like. Mm-hmm. And so as long as they don't design the set like butt, then I think it will be fine. I think it will do very well. More people are into high elves and that kind of stuff than they are just the average set. I feel like this is going to have sort of that Bloomborough vibe where everybody's like, oh my God, it's so cute. Oh my God, I love these things. Oh my God, I love this world. And I think Lorwyn has that.
And they gave this shit the Marvel Rivals art treatment. This bitch has cloven hooves, dude.
They know who they are.
This is crazy, actually. Hold on.
They know what they're doing. Mald, for you audio listeners, is locked in on this art right now.
I just did not realize how Marvel Rivals it was. Because we've had plenty of like, oh, these are clearly attractive humanoids being drawn into Magic card. This is like, I need a thick woman. I need thick with 3 C's, and I need her legs crossed sexy style.
We need just enough animal for you people out there to be interested, but not so much that it drives away the other people.
This shit a 4/4 elk right now. And what else got spoiled? 2 garbage unplayable cards? That seems about right.
Not one of them.
Oh yeah, one. Okay, so the other ones are. Can we talk about the garbage unplayable one to just get it in the trash right now?
Sure.
I believe the garbage unplayable one to be Perfect Intimidation. A 4-mana black sorcery. Choose one or both. Target opponent exiles 2 cards from their hand or remove all counters from target creature. Can be and. I think even if you get and, this is just like unceremonious dog shit in a commander situation.
It's also not really good in other situations.
I feel like if the limited environment has a lot of counters in it, I love hand hating in limited. It never works for me, but I love doing it.
Hand hating is not bad. I don't want it for 4 mana.
This is incredibly expensive. I feel like
But you get 2 cards.
Yeah, but that's been 3 mana with some more upside.
That's been 3 mana for like for since the beginning of time.
But it's exile.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I think this is a step backwards in whether or not this edict or not edict, but
Mind Rot
effect, thank you, is playable. It's been 2 mana, they lose 2 life. It's been 2 mana, get rid of their graveyard. It's or 3 mana, I'm sorry.
Yeah, 3 mana.
3 mana, do the 2 cards plus another bad thing to them. And now we've upped it and we only get the 1 thing. Yes, it's a little bit more flexible, but I don't think it's going to matter.
Yeah, because that effect has, even in the most countery, like, limited environments, not been great. Like, plenty of sets have had a counter theme and had a thing that's remove all counters or remove a bunch of counters, and I've never wanted to play them.
Like, if you put this into Avatar: The Last Airbender, like with Earthbending.
Yeah.
Are we playing this?
Nope.
All right, nerds, let's stop talking about the format nobody cares about.
But didn't you also start by saying this card was bad? And we agreed with you?
Yeah, I said it was unceremonious dog shit. And let's move on to new staple. Unexpected Assistance. A 3 blue for an instant that says draw 3 cards, discard a card, but it has Convoke. So certainly not a staple for like high power combo decks, but I feel like if you're fielding any blue deck and you have more than 15 creatures in that deck, you want to play this because this probably becomes 3 mana. Like you probably have your commander out, you played 1 other dipshit, and this is now 3 mana, draw 3.
Yeah, this like Convoke has just always been one of the strongest like fair mechanics, if that makes sense. Like it's close to broken.
It never makes you want to call a judge,
right.
But every time you're like, that was fucked up when they did that, but I knew the cops wouldn't side with me if I called the police.
Also, it's in an archetype or in a color archetype that tends to have a lot of tokens. Merfolk are known for the go wide synergies, so I think this card is going to be quite good.
Yeah, that's the big notable one that you've touched on here is that I don't know that they've spoiled any Merfolk cards for this set yet.
There's one. It's the Merfolk Wizard, the Sig?
Oh, Sig.
Oh, yeah, from earlier. Yeah,
Wandervine
he's
Wisdom.
terrible. Yeah, but he's a horrible.
Yeah, but the main fact here is that in original Lorwyn, Merfolk were a big part of that world. I'd be very surprised if they were not another central like type for this set, and they all cared about tapping and untapping.
Yes.
So they would like do stuff when they became tapped, or like, you know, they would have ways to tap each other. So Convoke being a mechanic for this set, and then even just showing us one common that is a pretty decent card on its own means that that's going to be strong.
Yeah, and this is actually a perfect segue because Get Fucked Sig, the better Merfolk commander, is in Marvel.
Oh,
and it's Namor.
Yeah, that's another thing too, is knowing that there's going to be synergy across those sets.
Yeah, like it's gonna be Merfolk Winter and Spring. Maybe just Merfolk Spring. I'm really bad at when seasons change. It's like geography. I just don't find it important, and so I don't
go outside, so it matters
so
not to me.
True. Anyway, Marvel time.
Hold on. There's one more before we make that jump. There is one more. I think important one from Lorwyn, which is they
dropped it today.
Dropped this one. Kirol Attentive First Year.
Oh, this is a U card all over.
So this is 3 mana, 1 and 2 Boros hybrid for a 3/3. Tap 2 untapped creatures you control. Copy target triggered ability you control. You can choose new targets, but activate only once each turn.
God bless them for that. Whoever first suggested activate only once each turn must just be like fucking slapping their knees, getting themselves cookies every day in the Wizards offices, because it is saving so many cards.
It's weird because the first instance of activate this only once per turn is like beta.
Really?
Yes.
It's an old thing.
It like that line has existed since the beginning of Magic. It may not go quite that far, but it was like within the first 5 sets.
Yeah.
Period. And then you just never saw it again. And then they're like, oh, right, this this fixes a lot of problems.
So it's like Macklemore thrift shop energy. They found Granddad's coat, and now they're just fucking stunting.
Do you guys want to touch on the hybrid mana conspiracy theory that's why they floated that is Lorwyn, right? Where we think that is why that potential rules suggestion change, the rules change suggestion was brought on due to these hybrid cards.
Which is funny for me because I think it is, and I promise I will not do my Tumblr essay. I think it is I think the way the hybrid rules currently work is logically inconsistent any way you slice it. However, for whatever reason you care about color identity, I think it is incorrect and ridiculous and hypocritical to not have hybrids be either or. However, every Lorwyn card I have seen makes me go, yeah, we shouldn't change the rules because these seem like all of the most color pie breaks ever. All of these hybrid cards seem like all of the nightmare scenarios people talk about like, we're going to get hybrid mana and then the color card's not even going to matter anymore. It's just going to be like, tap 3, do whatever the fuck you want. And I'm like, you guys are crazy. And then I look at any card from Lorwyn and I'm like, oh...
It does feel like they're going directly against what I said on it, which was like, these really don't cause any color pie breaks at all outside of like one or two cards. Like if they made the change, it wouldn't make that big of a difference. And now they're like,
they printed a bunch of stuff. Yeah.
Get ready, idiot.
I understand the impulse to want to change the rule to make cards more playable, to make, this slots into X deck way easier because of you don't have as much restrictions. And you want there to be a lot of hype. You want people to be excited about playing it. But I feel like the color restrictions is what makes Commander fun for me. Not being able to play a thing or needing to build a deck that's slightly weaker because I want to play that thing. When you have like Commander Box League or like Lorcana Sealed, where they say throw any colors in your deck and there's no mana restrictions in those games, that makes it way less fun. I like to have to weigh my options.
Go on.
That's it.
I have to stop us here. I've yelled about this for like 6 hours straight, and you are definitely talking about a different thing. We have to talk about Marvel. We have to talk about Marvel, or I will scream.
It is tricky. Like we could do I will also talk for 1 million years about this, and I think we're on opposite ends of it too. Weirdly
interesting.
But
where do I slot in?
You're a freak. You're a crazy freak. You're making things up.
Yeah.
What?
Or also you slot in on the like, oh, well, people should just like, I guess, play Magic and have a good time. I don't really care as long as that's happening.
I'm saying I'd like the rule.
Yeah.
I'm saying don't change the rule.
Yeah.
And how do you guys slot in? You guys all want the rule changed.
Oh, no. We
cannot talk about it.
I just don't understand.
Right, hold on. Okay.
No nuance, yes or no for the change. I feel like I've missed this. I know, but I don't remember your answer.
Right, it's no because of Lorwyn.
Okay.
In a world where these Lorwyn cards do not get printed, I would be emphatically for the change.
Great.
Yeah.
But the way they are using the hybrid design space in like the right now evidence of it seems like they are using the hybrid design space to dissolve those color barriers.
Yes.
I do not think historically it has been very egregious, if at all. I think many of the historic examples of it being like, oh, these are terrible color pie breaks, I think those are mostly exaggerated outside of a few bad offenders. And like we get those in monocolor cards as well. But the Lorwyn cards are like, as a rule, they are pushing the boundaries with every fucking hybrid design.
Okay, so Marvel.
Wow, he got to unbelievable.
That's right. I got to fucking elaborate.
He was the one having a seizure.
Just for
I will also have a seizure.
You will when you see these fucking arts, man. I can't take this. I cannot take this shit. Everything other than, and you said it first, Horn of Greed. This is the funniest. I'm gonna start playing this in decks now because this art is so good.
Yeah,
like it is. We'll overlay it on screen, I'm sure. It has toot on it.
Like dead center.
Dead ass. Do not use it, which I think is also such a good meta joke because everybody's like, don't play this card. Yeah. Don't do this. Idiot.
This is an infamous panel. Like I knew this comic panel before seeing it on this card. I have no idea what the context is, which is why, that's why it's funny. But like that does make me happy as they took the meme, they put it on something that's appropriate.
Basically every other comic art fills me with incandescent rage, which I think is good because art is subjective and does not have to be for everybody. And the fact that I hate it so much probably means that it is evoking a similar positive reaction in the people that do like it. And that's awesome for them. And some of this shit makes me Widowmaking Infiltrator. Art isn't always subjective.
I like the comic art.
You've seen a woman before, right? Draw one. You know what they look like, right? This
is a reprint, but this Extinction event is kind of hot.
I think they picked very good panels for Extinction event. I still just do not like the aesthetic styling of it, but it was imperiously good panel selection.
Yeah, this is one of the things. So like a lot of people talked about the avatar screenshots and how they were chosen poorly. The resolution was bad, and I think those are very legitimate reasons to not like those cards. These, however, I like the panel choices, and assuming that the actual prints of these look as good as these do, that's awesome. I still can't believe they haven't changed the way that they do these. Like the white text with a tiny little black stroke to it does not work, has not worked. They need to change that to make it readable on a lot of these cards. And then if you look at how where the text is placed on the majority of these, if you just moved it down like a little bit.
They did not change the structure of the card, but made it full art. But then they put the text on the more relevant parts of the art.
Right.
There's no reason they could not have moved it down like for the Lord of Atlantis. Like looks like it's in the center of the art, and we have so much dead space on the bottom.
Yeah. Like, because I get it for like Widowmaking Infiltrator. That's a lot of text. Dothy with Voidwalker has a lot of text. That's the way you have to do it. But otherwise, start from the bottom and then build. I
really like the old school promo full art treatments where they made a clear box that was it was a transparent text box. I actually use this on for Twitch chat on stream. So you can see the background image, but there is a little bit of a gray fuzz that just helps the lettering pop more.
Yeah.
And I feel like we need something like that the crazier these arts are getting.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on from our subjective assassination of the aesthetics of this set, I think I'm going to make a bold claim, and I'm going to say I think this is a good thing for a big UB set like this of what's been spoiled, I think there are 2 commanders that do not suck giga ass. Do you have that number? In the ones that I think suck giga ass, I think suck giga ass affectionately, in the sense of like, somebody will make a build around for this that can at minimum operate in bracket 2 and could maybe push into bracket 3, because I think that is true for nearly every commander that is ever printed.
I disagree. My number is definitely higher.
How much higher?
You said how many?
I said 2.
2? All right, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. At least 7.
Interesting. Okay. Let me see if I can. Okay. Well,
8.
Well, you picked Zemo because you're a child.
Actually, I have not read Zemo yet.
You haven't read Zemo
So I didn't even
yet?
count
I would
Zemo in
presume
that.
you have a poster of him in your room.
Oh, yes, I did read this. So the 9.
All right. So you did pick Zemo because you're a child.
Yep. I think a lot of these designs are I don't know. Actually, I don't know, because your opinion does seem to be fairly popular, that these seem underwhelming. And I don't know why people think that.
Well, I don't think they are like, I don't know. I guess I like to be underwhelmed. I looked at these and I was like, oh, these are all fine. That's great.
I mean, people kind of said the same thing about Final Fantasy or like the Tarrasque, for example. A lot of people are like, the Tarrasque is supposed to be this big old epic thing, and this is super underwhelming. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that's just because they're putting everything on the power level of Magic. And I think maybe the internet expects Thanos to be stronger. You know what I mean? Like flavor, thematic wise, they want the cards to be more powerful.
And that's why I led with, I think this is a good thing for the set. Like, I think many of these look fun and quirky, and I'm not going to feel like I'm throwing the game for not removing them within one turn cycle. Because I look at like Namor, who's ostensibly bringing Merfolk back, and I'm like, man, guess what, Chucklefuck? You're not green. Are you still, like, is he still going to be good? Yes, if you have probably a control deck or like a deck with a lot of draw spells, you get to make a lot of Merfolk. And then if you get the other Merfolk tappy untappy shenanigans going, I could see that being monstrous, but I just don't associate that with being like, oh my God, Namor is so fucking crazy. That to me feels more like,
I think this card is very good.
Interesting. Elaborate bodily.
Yeah, so Namor the Submariner, I think, is one of the better commanders they've spoiled so far for the set. It's 2 blue and 1 for a star 4 flyer. Power equal number of merfolk you control. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell with 1 or more blue mana symbols in its cost, create that many 1/1 blue merfolk creature tokens. This is an illusion to me. Like the card Illuge from Bloomburrow. It's very strong. It may not be super interesting, but it is very strong. You just slap this on the board and you counterspell everything, and it gives you the creatures you need to win the game.
And there are so many cards that want a maximum capacity of Merfolk, and tapping 5 Merfolk do a thing. Now I know some of those were in Simic, which is Mald's point, but
right, that's a lot of your.
I don't think it needs it.
I certainly don't think it needs it. I just don't think it's like.
I think this is going to be strong regardless.
Yeah.
Most of the like scary Merfolk stuff is mono blue, I think.
Yeah, I'm not even. I wouldn't even build this as Merfolk. Like I would include.
Well, yeah, because you get Merfolk in the command zone.
Right, you get Merfolk in the command zone. It produces its own Merfolk. I would include like. So I guess like 5 cards that care specifically about having a bunch of Merfolk. And then I would just run a bunch of interactions, since every spell that I cast produces bodies.
I guess what feels underwhelming about it to me is many times people have sold me the idea of an interaction heavy deck. It has always fallen flat without significant mana cheating like Illuge. And to me, the only pieces I know that will provide that for Merfolk are in Simic. Like, if he had green, I would be like, laser beam this man from the sky, because the moment they even did something as mundane as like cryptolith writing, not even like Seedborn Muse type stuff, but as soon as those Merfolk are tapping for mana, even on layaway, I'm terrified. Against most decks, I kind of see it as like, I don't know, I doubt the ability to maintain card advantage and the level of meaningful control that you're speaking about.
I don't think you need to control the board. I think you just need to it's such a strong play pattern to hold interaction for anything that is a problem for you. And then just untap if nothing happened. And I think this does it really well, because normally if you're playing like all interaction, then you struggle because you don't end up with threats. And this gives you two. This gives you a wide board of Merfolk, and it gives you a lethal commander with evasion. So you can just stop whatever things are an issue for you, commander damage somebody in the air, like alpha strike somebody wide on the ground, and still have like hold back a couple chumps to block on the crackback. Also, notice the wording for this last ability. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell with one or more blue mana symbols in its cost, your Force of Will that you played for free gives you 2 Merfolk.
Right.
Your Force of Negation that you played for free gives you 2 Merfolk.
Oh, you're talking about a Force of Will there. Okay.
Like all of your free spells are giving you equal to pips.
Yeah,
all right,
I mean,
you won me over on
that's
Namor.
definitely good. I am not convinced that this commander can hang in pods that run those cards. I disagree with Mald that he's but I don't think he's in the like Force of Will pods either. I don't think he's hanging.
Well, okay, then we need to clean up the semantics, because when I say something is giga ass, I mean can't hang in Force of Will pod.
And then so I'm on the same boat with you on that front, Maldhound. I agree. It's a cute interaction that you're pointing out, and it does do a nice thing with those cards, but I think there's just much stronger commanders.
I would play this in bracket 4. But that's also coming from somebody that's like,
tell us again about that deck you're bringing to the RCQ tomorrow. Like what you would play in any format, irrelevant, not an argument.
Mono blue spirits, man, once again argues for why mono blue tempo is a good archetype.
That's true.
And used a whole entire podcast to argue why you should just take bad cards to everything you play.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Let's just do a quick litmus check. In your list of 9, was Captain America Super Soldier on it?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, then we can have a conversation.
Yes. I will also say though, my list grows a little smaller because I didn't realize your the specifics of your statement.
Yeah. I'm being exaggeratory for comedic purposes, because my 2 are Bruce Banner and Human Torch.
Yes. I like those selections.
I think those 2 are like crazy fucking strong.
Yeah, I was also misunderstanding the sucks giga ass being anything below bracket 4.
Yeah, that like I think
it's like it's not incredible, therefore hot garbage.
Yeah, that's my favorite part of Commander is playing. Like I think if you're playing below bracket 4, you are playing cards that are giga ass. And I love doing that. And that's why I don't play bracket 4. I put fucking Trumpeting Carnosaur in my VV deck with a smile on my face, and I went, oh, this card sucks. This card is fucking foul, dude.
All right, well let's discuss Bruce Banner, because this is I think one of the most hyped cards that they've probably, I think the most. This is the one people are most excited about. It's a cool card. The Hulk is one of my favorite Marvel characters, period. And this seems like a good representation.
Yeah, so we have Bruce Banner on the front, a 1-mana 1/1 who's fucking terrible. XX, tap, draw X cards. Activate only as a sorcery. Now that wouldn't be that wouldn't be terrible if his backside was not so much better and you couldn't cast him straight to the backside, because he's gotten the Spider-Man MDFC treatment where you can just pick which side you cast. And Incredible Hulk is 2 double red, double green for 6 total to get an 8/8 with reach, trample, and enrage. Whenever he's dealt damage, put a counter on him. If he's attacking, untap him, and there's an additional combat phase after this phase. So Caltrops 10x in price overnight because of this card. Because Caltrops, you just immediately go infinite combats, and if there's no damage prevention in play, you win the game.
If you somehow have missed this interaction, Caltrops is a 3-mana artifact. Whenever a creature attacks, deal 1 damage to it. So the Hulk takes a damage, gets a counter, so he still ends up with the same amount of toughness, and you take another combat, and then it happens all over again. So 2-card infinite combats.
Right. And I think in 90% of cases, he is functionally unblockable because he's got the Ansrag text thing going on of like, if you block me, hey, I get another combat, and hey, I'm bigger now.
Right.
So if you cannot block him lethally, it is basically always the correct decision to be like, I guess you get to fucking hit me, man.
Yeah.
I guess I just lay here as you punch me. And he's just, and the reason I say front side doo-doo caca is,
so unplayable outside of
bracket
CH.
4.
Right, yeah. Is the backside is just expensive enough to really want you to have a lot of ramp and mana acceleration. I feel like if you're not doing that and you are land dropping with Bruce Banner, like you go like turn 1 Bruce Banner, and then you like land drop, and you're not just like trying to cram like 1 mana ramp for 1, 2 mana ramp for, or turn 2 ramp with 3 mana on board, then you are probably aiming for some type of soft control strategy that then leverages the Hulk as a combo finisher. And I think those strategies are cope compared to, I'm just going to rip mana on the board and play Hulk, hopefully with Fierce Guardianship in hand, and then I'm going to hit you really fucking hard.
I got nothing.
Okay. Yeah, I think you're wrong.
All right, tell me about it.
So, especially the fact that you've defined Doo-Doo Caca as bracket 4
right,
or
yes,
better.
I'm already a hypocrite.
Playing Commander on turn 1 is a very strong play, especially in those brackets. So
that's
unlocking Fierce Guardianship and Deflecting Swat on turn 1.
Let me then revise my statement even further to make you a liar.
Okay.
Because I'm typically thinking about how strong is the commander pushed to doing the commander thing itself as much as possible.
My thought was, if it's a turn 1 commander, then it doesn't die to removal.
That is true. Bruce Banner doesn't die to removal.
Yeah. Also, also Nerdgirl, would you like? I don't know that you would play this, but would you think that a commander that only has Bruce Banner's text is bad? Like, does not transform into Hawk? Like, not interesting, sure, but
I would not think that's good in the command zone. I would probably still play it as like a supplemental thing if I wanted to like draw cards.
yeah.
But if I had payoffs for it, like a Shieldred-esque, I know that doesn't like logistically work, but I think it's a fine ability, but I am not putting this in the command zone.
Yeah, but like all it needs to be is fine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To go not in the command zone.
I think I framed this slightly wrong, so now I will also revise my statement to be correct. Like the front side is a fine card, right? Like this is not
It is playable,
bad.
Not as commander.
Yeah.
Yes.
So like having that in addition to the other side is already good.
Yep.
But then this transformation ability also is pseudo haste. So you play Bruce Banner early, and then when you have Hulk mana, you flip it, and since it's only transforming, it's not leaving the battlefield, you can then immediately attack with it. If you were to cast the Hulk on the just as the backside, you will have to wait a rotation for that to swing.
That is true. The transform cost is the same. So assuming you have the extra mana, then you get that little bonus.
I think you've made a good point about why you should cast and then flip. Mm-hmm. It, to me, does not reach the level of it it would be desirable to stay as Bruce Banner for any prolonged period of time.
The other interesting thing here is that the flexibility is nice. So let's say it's not worth it. We don't want to cast it early and have it removed and then have to pay a commander tax for the backside. The backside's just more valuable. So let's argue the point, okay, we always want to cast this as the Hulk, right? We've Grueled, we've been board cleared, we are hellbent. Is there a world where you just, the second time, instead of just slamming a naked Hulk, play Bruce Banner, refill your hand, transform, get back to smashing?
Oh yeah, he's a way better plan B than these players deserve. I am merely speaking to, I think, plan A of hit you in the face with the Hulk about as quickly as I can while watching out for removal, because Hulk, the Incredible Hulk, is one of the most removable motherfuckers in existence. Like, he is big, he is scary, he's going to threaten lethal relatively quickly, and he is incredibly satisfying to kill. And so I am actually more on board with you should play him as Bruce Banner and then flip him rather than cast him straight to backside.
Yeah.
I feel like any strategy... Again, the strategy of like, I'm going Banner turn 1 and then sometime down the pike, I'm going to flip him. I feel like you would always prefer to go Elves turn 2, play something that nets you 2 mana, even like a bad card like Snapping Voidcraw that only gets you colorless pips. And then turn 3, you would go, I play Bruce Banner holding up interaction. I've only used 1 of my mana. Turn 4, I flip my guy over and begin
Scary
going
stuff.
to town on you.
Yeah.
Right. Versus like turn 1 Banner, turn 2 land, draw a card.
I don't think I'm playing Banner first. I think I'm always playing Hulk first because I want, in my Gruel decks, I want to be doing more Gruel things. I want to be ramping. I want to be fighting. And then I think the Banner side of this is my backup plan. Like, we've made it past the first stage. I am now light on cards because that's the way aggressive attacky decks work. You get board cleared once and you're reset, and sometimes you can't recover. The Banner side is how I recover.
So I'll quickly go over that. I think that Maud, you're so wrong. I would play Bruce early and then transfer him into Hulk later. I'm happy to play him on 1 or 2. If you have a Llanowar Elves in your opening hand, you play that over Bruce Banner, but I'm okay to take a hand that doesn't have one and play him on turn 1. But I want to focus on this. I want to focus on NerdGirl's point, which I think is actually super relevant, that a lot of people will gloss over, is that paying for a spell in pieces is always better than paying for it all at once. And you, like you said, Hulk is incredibly removable. People will be ready for it. They're going to try and kill him because if he starts doing his thing, that player will win. So being able to have your Hulk killed when you play or flip it on turn, like 4 or 5, and then being able to immediately next turn go, great, cast Bruce for 3 mana, use that to draw me cards if I need to because they've taken out my other resources, or just being able to then swing with the Hulk on the next turn. Is a big difference from just having to recast the Hulk for 8 and then wait a turn cycle. Like, that's huge and makes a big difference.
Yeah, paying the commander tax on the 1 over and over again while paying the same flip cost each time is nice.
Yes.
Yeah, that is actually really, really obscene. Because you can just, not that it's advisable, but you could, because the earliest you're getting him out without game changers is a zesty turn 3. But there are multiple paths to turn 3. I just straight cast Hulk to field. And you can do that with like no fear in your heart because of turn 4 Bruce Banner. And the transform cost on him is never going to be taxed.
Right.
Which is just...
Does your zesty turn 3, by the way, include a certain transformy card?
Oh, transformy card?
Yeah.
No.
This is another Moon Mist card.
Oh God, yeah, you can't. Oh my gosh, sure, yeah, you can Moon Mist him, whatever. My paths to zesty turn 3 are Soul Ring, which I despise, but you can do it. Or turn 2, you have to cast Gwenna, Eyes of Gaia, or Snapping Voidcraw, or Worn Power Stone.
Yeah.
Any of those?
Like I get the ramp path, but this is also a thing that people have been memeing about.
God.
So Bruce costs 1. You play it on turn 1. On turn 2, there's a spell called Moon Mist, which I've talked about before. That is 2 mana, transform all humans.
Yep.
Right.
And Bruce Banner is human. This works. You flip into the Hulk, and then on turn 3, you play the Caltrops. You win the game. It exists. It's very unlikely, but it exists. One of those pieces in your command zone, like somebody will pull it off.
Yeah, I still think most of these come down to like, I am angling for the Hulk. And if I have to play Bruce, I will. But I'm always angling to play the Hulk. Because I think the world in which you don't have elves turn 1, that's really, that verges on a deck building decision. And so if you're in a bracket 4 combo pod, which I think like I need to ruminate on what qualities I'm actually using for Giga Ass, because there's a lot of hypocrisy within there. I'm still right. I'm just hypocritical currently and still right.
I understand. I understand that concept. I'm still like, right. I'm just hypocritical, but we won't address that. Yes, I understand.
There's like some weird double think I'm doing where it's like, how terrifying is this commander when this commander is totally the focus, not what extraneous combos can I play because of him being a cheap commander that will turn on, like the Mox Ambers, the Fierce Guardianships of the world, the Rogue Rack syndrome. And so depending on how you build the deck, like I think it's relatively easy to get a deck where you are like hand 1 or free mulligan, you do hit elves, because they made like 15 of those motherfuckers.
Oh yeah.
There are many elves.
And so this guy's crazy. Maybe we just
the card's very good.
Like we're only debating how crazy cuckoo bonkers is he.
I think the Bruce Banner side makes it significantly better. I want to bring up one because I want to know if NerdGirl comes to the same conclusion that I did very quickly. Let's take a look at Dr. Doom.
I knew. Yeah.
Don't say anything. Don't say anything.
You're poisoning her brain, Veggie.
Don't say anything. So this is 6 mana, 4 and 2 black for a 3/3. When it enters, make 2 3/3 robot artifact creature tokens named Doombot. As long as you control an artifact creature or a plan, which is a type of enchantment, Dr. Doom has indestructible. And at the beginning of your end step, you draw a card and lose a life. I talked about this a little bit on stream, but I think I had my strongest opinion of any of the spoiled cards, and it was about this card.
This is a weird gruff triplet-esque thing. Anytime something makes 2 permanents in limited is very scary, but three permanents seems even scarier.
Yes, you're telling me that I will draft. I will play a draft sometime and run into 6 mana, 9 power and toughness spread across 3 bodies. One of them is indestructible, and they draw a card every turn.
Yep, and it's the same turn that you play it. Not even on upkeep. Yep. This is incredibly powerful for limited for sure.
And yet, how is this in Commander?
Doo-doo caca ass. I swear to God, if you try to argue to me that 6 mana Phyrexian Arena, okay.
Nope. I'm with both of you on this.
I'm hurt that you thought you said the words Maul would definitely not notice this, because when I saw this card, my first thought was like, oh, that's really good in if we have to beat each other to death, and really bad in the 4-player free-for-all.
See, I was just going off of all of the limited opinions that you've said ever on this podcast. I'm sorry.
I think you're going off like biased bullshit, like my record, right? Like you're looking at how many limited.
That's subjective.
You're looking at the cards I draft, and you're looking at how well I play with them, and you're trying to form this opinion about me as a limited player that's just not accurate. I think in draft this will be the most insane demon.
I hate this design so much. I hate this type of card so much. Like that is one of the things I despise the most about Magic design are these cards, the ones that you cannot beat in limited without like a miracle happening, and will not see play anywhere else. Yeah. This is not good in Constructed. This is not good in Commander. It will only serve to make some number of limited games
non-games.
miserable.
Yes. Now, in fairness, I do think that part of the reason limited is as fun as it is for the general population is because of those haymaker cards.
Yes.
You kind of need cards like this. Otherwise, everything is reduced to chess, where the best player always wins. And that is not fun at a pre-release.
I agree with that point. I very much agree with that point.
But this is severe. This is a little too high power, but I do think dragons need to exist.
I'm with you, but I think those dragons then should hang in other things. If the card is cool and so powerful that it will that it will dominate the limited game, then surely on the design end, you can tweak some things so that translates to the other formats. If you're okay with this being a win button in limited, then make it do something somewhere else.
Oh my God. I have a suggestion, because I agree with you very much. Like, I think if you told me you had a bracket 3 Doctor Doom deck, I would think you are a liar.
Yeah.
And what I mean by you're a liar is I mean you have an unrelated combo that like jumps it up to bracket 3, but Doctor Doom doesn't matter. What would you think about, to make it that dragon in every format, when Doctor Doom enters, create 2 3/3 colorless robot villain artifact creature tokens named Doombot for each opponent?
There we go.
Because that would make him like, oh fuck, you just flopped. What is it like?
That would be crazy. Like,
I agree that I'm fine when they do. Those dragons need to exist. If they're usable in other formats, that's fine. But I don't think every single one needs to, because I feel like that trying to force that every time, being like, I want this to be good in every format, is going to lead to breaking more things on accident. And I feel like having a format in mind when you're designing a specific card and kind of trying to stick within that as opposed to making it multi-format plays it safe. And I don't think, I'm not saying they should always play it safe, but if you're trying to do that for every single card and every single set, it's going to be problematic.
I think you should do it for every single card for every single set. And I mean that genuinely. I think it is not, I think these cards should not exist. If you were going, this is also Doctor Doom. This is like one of the biggest bads of the entire Marvel universe. And you have made this card. This will not see any play outside of sad limited games.
I feel like that is a separate argument.
That is a separate argument. Let me return to the original argument.
No, I'm down. I'm with you on the tangent.
Because I agree with that, Doctor Doom. Like, it makes sense that you would want that to be one of your iconic things that are used in constructed gameplay that is not a limited throwaway. But again, it's a separate argument. I think trying to do that with every single dragon in every single set is a lot to ask. And is problematic in that people get really upset when bans have to happen. And I don't want to put the creators in a position where they're forced to make bans every set and make it so likely that things need to be changed.
Yeah, I'm not saying that this needs to be a meta deck in standard, but I am saying that this, like, you shouldn't feel bad about playing this in Commander, or you shouldn't, like, there should be a fringe idiot like me that is like, oh, I could make this work in standard. But this is none of those things. This does not exist anywhere other than you've ruined a limited game.
Let me go digging in your butt for a moment on that tangent.
Please.
Because I experienced a feeling like this with Combustion Man. And I think the difference is I don't think people will feel bad about playing this in bracket 2. And when I look at a lot of spoiled cards recently, I'm looking at them more through the lens of like, I feel like Wizards is designing more and more for the bracket 2 board gaming space. And then just throwing out a couple things here and there where it's like, this one's really, really strong. Because with Combustion Man, I was like, oh man, this guy sucks. This guy sucks turbo dog shit. But when I posted that video, everyone was like, yeah, but I got him in my pre-release and he was fucking dope.
Yeah.
And that made it all right in my heart. And I have a deck with him now, and it's bad, but I love it because of how good it did in pre-release. And so I don't think any of those people are in this room right now, but I do think there is a population that wants to avoid commander power creep, wants bad thematic commanders, and wants one moment where they are the lore accurate motherfucker that they are in universe. And I think this card is actually, I'm not sure I agree with that as a design philosophy. I think this is a 100% A+ execution of that design philosophy. Because you meet Dr. Doom in a dark alleyway, scariest motherfucker you have seen in your life. And then you get to go, this is my incredibly goofy Dr. Doom deck where I attempt to give him Genji's glove. And it's bad, right? Which is why I'm like, it is questionable design. You're better at game design than I am. But I can wrap my head, like I've spoken to people who this card is made for, and I can see them being like, oh yeah, he won. I went 1-2 at my pre-release because I pulled the Dr. Doom, and then I made a bracket 2 commander deck that was just all about fucking Doom bots. And it never wins, but I love him. I don't know. I think there is an angle there.
I won't continue to rant about it, but I think we can do better for those players.
I think I agree with both of you.
Centrists.
And that if you're going to, in the limited argument, going back to the Gruff triplets, if you are going to design a card that just ruins games of Magic, that is a step above the average game-winning dragon, I agree. It is kind of a waste for it not to at least do that because you wanted it to be relevant in another format. At least I lost for a good cause, not just for no reason, because we put this in here for no reason.
Yeah.
And I think that is a super feels bad.
Yeah, I wouldn't feel bad about getting Gruff tripleted so many times if it was like, oh, okay, this was designed for standard, and like
this is just the VV.
Yeah.
The one of the saving graces for me that make me less angry about it is Gruff triplets is a rare.
Yes.
This is a mythic. Dream Trawler, rare. This is a mythic. So like I don't mind getting got to a mythic. Like,
you're the luckiest person alive. Yeah.
The number of times that happens is reasonable. I shouldn't be Dream Trawlered 3 times in one draft. Like we what are we doing?
Right. But there's like 14 rares per pack now. So
but I'm gonna be Dr. Doomed like
not in mine.
1 time in 5 drafts. And that's fine. That's a lot of matches.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm that, thank God.
At least they gave us that.
I also, I talked about this on stream with the only plan we've seen spoiled is Doom reigns supreme. And I had previously remarked about like, the 3-mana value engine is dead. Long live the 2-mana value engine that stacks up. And I was like, all we're going to see is 2-mana value engines that you have to get to 4 counters to turn on. And you were like, no, they won't, because they have to be power crept or different in some way. And Doom reigns supreme is a 2-mana value engine that puts plan counters on. And when you get to the 5th, guess what? It does the thing. You sack it and you exile the top 5 cards of an opponent's library, and you can free cast 2 of the spells from among the 5. And you stack it up on villains entering. So it's villain kindred, or I guess villain carousel if you flicker. And then on the 5th counter, me when I take. Adorable.
Yeah. And I would assume that plans are, there will at least be a cycle of plans, right? Or it'll be like a type of enchantment that appears in
there's going to be a 2-mana plan for every color, and they're all going to do it.
Doom's Ascension, yeah.
Clap, you fucking seals, and we're all going to have a good time.
Now this isn't card specific, but I just want to say I'm really hyped for these comic sagas. They look sick.
The comic sagas are cool.
They look very cool.
World War Hulk is also doing a lot of charity work for all the green players because it's a 5-mana saga that says step 1, the next red or green creature spell you cast this turn can be cast without paying its mana cost. And so at long last, you have an Elvish Piper for your commander. You have a way to freely get into play your hyper expensive commander because there's all these ways to cheat stuff out that says from your hand. Yeah. And World War Hulk is like, nope. You can do it from the command zone now, but I get to counterspell you. So fair is fair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they have been trying to make some more designs that help you with your high cost commanders. I mean, I do like that aspect of it, but
it's also good for the bailout. Like if your commander's been removed a bunch.
Oh yeah,
late game, you go. Or I guess what commander tax act is it doesn't bail you out. Never mind. Get shit on. I'm countering you. That's too bad.
So do you just have to pay the tax?
You just have to pay the tax. So like it's still
It's
you have to pay the
5
tax
mana.
plus 5.
Already paid 5. That is the tax.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
unless your commander's like
Progenitus.
Tarask, there we go. You can play the Tarask. These do look good though. Like comic book panels were made to go with sagas.
Yeah.
I think these are really nice. It was a little weirder with the Spider-Man ones because they were just like on the creatures. And when I first saw the saga before I like made it larger, I was like, ew, I hope that's not a card. Thinking it was a creature or a spell because the formatting would make me sad. But in the comic book saga style, I think that's actually pretty dope. That's a really good way of doing that.
Yeah, I hope there are more of them because like this.
I'm sure
Spider-Man like did have some, but the set just didn't have that many sagas in it. But they had a couple that were done like this that were sagas.
Oh, I don't remember seeing those. I just remember opening like the
Yeah, like the creatures that had that treatment. Yeah, there was like the origin of Spider-Man was a saga. There was like one or two other ones, like Kraven's Last Hunt or
okay.
But it had a few, and they were done like this, and it works great. But they just didn't have that many, and it makes sense that they'd have more here because it's just like more stories, more more moments to capture in that way.
While we're talking about the art, how do you guys feel about? So there's the the snap and the stuff like that, the actual comic pieces that we saw. But what do you guys think about this like comic cover that looks like a secret lair?
The like Captain America and Submariner stuff.
I hate it. I hate it fully. Again, art is subjective. There will be some child who loves it, and I'm very happy for you. This shit makes me want to scream.
I like it in some ways. I don't like it when the cards are no longer in Magic formatting. So I wish we had the same art, but had that sort of half see-through box and kept the Magic text readable. Because the Submariner, like, what the hell is that? I have no idea. It's so tiny in the corner, and that's a lot of text. I think that is unnecessary. I'd rather have the art kind of fuzzy.
Captain America is the worst offender for me. Captain America looks like an art card to me. Like if you like chucked that at me, I would not even believe you would cast a spell.
Yeah, these always sit in a weird place for me because I'm like, they look awesome. If we don't worry about the gameplay aspect at all, I'm like, these are cool.
See, that's where we defer. Is they make me want to scream.
Regardless.
Non-gameplay. Yeah, you show this to me in a binder, I'm hitting you with I'm so happy you got that, man.
Like I felt the same way about like the Lord of the Rings like crazy treatments, where I'm like, these look awesome. This is very cool. And then you have this weird like, how do you? It wouldn't have the same value if it wasn't playable. So to make it a chase card, it has to be a like game legal piece, but then. It sits in a weird spot for me because like it's super inaccessible, but they look cool.
I am in the same boat. I can appreciate them as art. I think they look great. I do not like them as playable game pieces.
Yeah. I wonder if they did a thing. This would it'd be big restructure of everything, but if they did serialized non-playable like collectible pieces in this, if they had the Captain America, like this is not a tournament legal card, but we have serialized it, therefore worth money. And if you're playing Commander, people don't care about that much. You could still run it.
Here's my tinfoil hat or not even tinfoil hat. Here's the unfortunate reality about that in my mind. I want to live in that world.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good world.
I don't think that world exists.
Right.
I don't think it is money. I think it needs to be a game playable piece.
I think it needs to be game playable, but only in Commander where people don't care. I think that world can exist with stuff that you could not play in a standard tournament. I think the reason we won't get there is because I do not believe the community will be willing to pay for that until we get base art game pieces to be cheap. And I don't think Hasbro is ever going to let their margins take the first step on that. Like, I think if the community was willing to accept that with open arms, then maybe WotC could finagle like, oh, well, let us reprint some other stuff. But I don't think either side is willing to make the show of good faith that the money's going to keep moving around. But I would much rather live in a world where there was some like serialized solid gold Incredible Hulk and doubling season base printing was like $5. But I don't think we get there.
I just don't think serialized art cards are going to be a viable thing that the community will want. I think they could do it. I don't think it increases the prices of the packs in the same way that having playable cards do. And there's zero chance I think that is a choice they will actively make.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just wish that it was, because we're kind of there already. Nobody is playing their, Soul Stone with.
Oh yeah, they don't even use it.
It's slabbed and sitting in a collection, and like
unless you're Post Malone, because he takes the slabbed one ring. And
but that's because it is because it is a playable game piece. That is why it is slabbed. That is why it is so money. If the serialized one of one ring was just an art card, that's the price is.
Right, the idea that you could
one
play
millionth of the price or whatever, like
I really do wonder if that would be the reality, because
1/1 millionth is an exaggeration.
Right. No,
it's not $2.
No, we're gonna hold you to that.
But it's like
yes,
1,000
right.
maybe.
The argument though that like if it's not a tournament legal game piece, then it loses that value. Especially because they are crossing over into other fan bases with the Universes Beyond. I want to say that it wouldn't be as severe as that.
I think we do have precedent for this, which is the Magic 30 stuff, which people broadly hated the fuck out of. And I don't think those cards have held any resale value. I do think there's an argument to be made for, well, it's crossing over into other IPs, and so like the Final Fantasy lovers still gonna love Chocobos. But like we did have this type of non-tournament legal, but like, oh yeah, and Commander, do whatever you want type of thing from WotC, and everybody was like, what if you went and fucked yourself? How dare you? Get out of my living room.
They could just print like serialized posters or, serialized pins or deck boxes and sell them, and they're not going to sell like this, right? They don't make the packs the hot commodity that they are.
I mean, that's slightly different, right? Because if you can just buy the serialized thing, like
but there's only 1,000. Like you have to win a lottery or whatever. Like the price of that thing, if you could just buy it, even let's say on the secret lair, you have to wait in line for however long and try to get one of those 1,000. The price still doesn't jump up, I think, as much. And then they lose out on the extra value of selling all of the other packs for an inflated price because they're hunting those things. Does that make sense?
I think so. I got a little confused there.
Like if the expensive thing is a serialized art card, I think the value of the packs does not go up in general.
I do kind of intuitively agree that it would not go up nearly as much as it does for stuff like playable Soulstone. I think a large part of the chase is the idea that somebody could just be playing that motherfucking thing against you. I do think an important caveat, though, that would make the art cards more desirable is as art cards, they wouldn't die to removal. And the ability to run a commander that is unkillable to removal because it is just a painting cannot be overstated.
That's right. Or one drop.
Right.
Yeah.
Bruce Banner doesn't die to removal. Try it.
Yeah.
Try it. I fucking dare any of you. Remove Bruce Banner on turn 1 at your next commander game. See how fucking bad you feel. see how much you're like, man, I threw that fucking game.
But yeah, I just wish that they had a better solution for make card that look cool and unique, but still functions well as a game piece with text that we need to read.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, can we, just for a brief moment, I don't think there's any even discussion to be had, but for the viewers at home, if anybody sets the Human Torch into the command zone in front of you, be afraid. your life is in danger. He is 3 and 1 red for a 3/2. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you cast a non-creature spell this turn, Human Torch gains flying, double strike, and haste. And now you're like, oh, well, all right, every mono red Voltron deck ever, and he's 4 mana. Who cares? You've missed the bit, because I hadn't told you yet, where he's 4 colors. The motherfucker is everything but black, because when he attacks, you can pay everything but black to make it so that whenever he deals combat damage to an opponent, he hits each other opponent. This is not only a crazy finisher if he gets big, but giving those shithead Voltron players access to all those support colors is like, this dude is wild.
This is high on my list. Yeah.
Yeah, like I might.
He's not on my spoiler sheet. Spoilers.
She went to stuff on Scryfall that dies to removal, and Human Torch does not.
There we go. Yeah.
He's 4 mana. That dies to removal. You said so.
Not him, though.
Yeah, he gets haste.
Yeah.
Doesn't that removal?
But he dies if you block a 20/20.
Maybe he flies.
He flies.
So you don't have to.
Yeah, double strike. Yeah. The point that stuck out to me for this guy, you know what's a non-creature spell? A ritual.
I feel like rituals, you are definitely pushing it, but that is 100% true facts. You can ritual him out, get him down really early. I think that plan probably puts you in the realm of like most mono red commanders, where you just go for it and hope for the best. And I think what makes him crazy, I think now we're on opposite sides of like the Bruce Banner Hulk thing, where I'm like, oh, what makes him crazy is that you can fucking like land drop Arcane Signet, play him slow, and you will still have a chance to close out the game with the Voltron. Like, you don't have to go fast, which is normally what your Voltron decks are forced into trying.
Now, I know you guys both said that he's very, very good. I don't like him.
Why don't you like him?
Like, he's doing the opposite of what I want to do in those kinds of decks. Like, I don't want to spend a ton of resources and time developing the mana base to do the thing in my red deck Smash You.
But he's not red deck Smash You. He's everything but black deck Smash You.
Okay, and that's what I'm saying. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I mean, do you
like I want to in a build like that. I want like the Aragon. I want the 4 color, do a thing. You get these huge payoffs for developing this mana base, but this guy does not. I think
that's a pretty huge payoff. I think the style points on this guy are through the fucking ceiling. I think he is certainly less direct than a typical beat people to death commander, and that's kind of what makes it the first Voltron deck that I've ever been interested in.
I also feel like this is a card that lends itself well to being a very good builder and knowing how to take advantage and manipulate things and do this in a very like cost-effective, resource-effective way. And I don't build that way. I'm just like, oh, these cards look like they do what this card wants to do. And then I feel like I would spend way too much time like mana correcting instead of trying to break him.
Never mind. I'm sorry. Can I know why I like the card. And it's the brain poison that I have where NerdGirl's like, I want to play my bad draft comments. The reason I love the Human Torch is because I have an excuse to cast Opt in main phase 1. And it will be like a good play pattern, as I will be like, Opt main phase 1. My guy has double strike. That's why for me. I won't pretend that I have some highfalutin reason. I want to cast instant speed cantrips in main phase 1 and be like, yes, that was the right decision.
Okay, well, consider this, because when I saw this, I was like, oh, this would be a fun mono red build. You don't have to use those other colors. This could be a mono red commander. You can ignore that whole second part, and this is still very strong.
And then you'd be in line with the hybrid rules too.
That's right. But yeah, because when I looked at this, I was like, yeah, I want to do the thing on the card. I want to be able to hit people fast and hard. That is what the red card do. And then there's like, oh, you got the other pips. So I can like build heavy red, toss in a couple bangers that I like in other colors.
Yeah, get a little more of the white double striking,
Right.
or like a little more of the green power boostings. Like you can, and then the blue, just like any protection pieces you want. Like it's really is red deck, but you have the flexibility to not get your dick shot off turn 5.
Or you just play straight up mono red. I would definitely build that as well.
Like a freak.
Yeah, I think if I were to build it, I would want, like, I don't like the card as much if I don't have access to those other colors. And again, it's not that I think it can't hang. You guys are saying it's strong. I totally believe you. My thought process, if I want to build the mana base like that, I want to play Aragon. I want to play. Yeah,
I guess that's an interesting distinction, because in my mind, I'm never paying this.
Oh.
Like I am building it like I would a 3-color draft deck, where I am like, I have my favorite color, I have a color that has a decent amount of support, and then I have a splash color, and then like one color, probably green because of who I am as a person, is just not fucking there, and my lands reflect that. And so the 4 color,
That's interesting.
The 4-color thing is like, it might happen if I go like command tower and then I cast fucking cultivate on turn 3 or something, but 9 times out of 10, I'm like, I couldn't even do this if I wanted to. I just have, is it with a splash of white beating you to death?
Yeah, I'm sure you read, pay 4 mana, deal 6 damage to each player.
NerdGirl did the math, and the math was terrible.
Click.
No, I figured you're using the other colors to pump him, to double strike him, to do a bunch of stuff. I just thought you also intended to pay that mana cost and make him good. The first part is fine. But if we're only using the first part, then I think there's better red smash you commanders.
I'm putting curiosity on this motherfucker. I'm casting curiosity main phase. I'm drawing a card each hit, dog.
Sure.
What you mean? Curious Obsession.
There's way better commanders for Curious
That's
Obsession. This guy
not
costs 4 mana. He
true.
dies to removal.
No, he doesn't. I have Fierce Guardianship, and not with 4 different free spells, because I have my commander in play. No, the fuck he don't.
Yeah, with how easy it is to just run a bunch of rocks that make the first part trigger, the mana base I think will be easier and more forgiving than the average like 4-color commander.
That's what I'm warping Starwinder in. I'm doing Mana Rock, Warp, Starwinder, go to combat. What's up? Because I think like the Human Torch is not about being effective. The Human Torch is about yelling flame on and then doing cool guy shit.
Flameo. Hotman?
Yeah.
That's racist.
Why?
So like I think that's an important part of it, is you have to identify with the Human Torch, and you have to on purpose not do the useful or impactful thing, and you have to be like, oh, but what if I drew a dick in fire on the side of the skyscraper before I went and saved those people?
And that's like very the Human Torch.
Yeah.
So the Human Torch is part of 4 cards, surprise, surprise, that will be collectively the commander, or like the commander options. So you can only take one of them. They are the commander options for the Fantastic Four commander deck.
Unfortunately, the rest are doo-doo caca.
I disagree.
Which?
And they're all in the same deck?
Yeah, they're all in the same.
Yeah, they're all in the same deck, and the idea is that they all can be the commander. It'll be 4 colors. You can pick any of them.
That makes me like the card more, only because they can't. It gives you access to all the other colors to give you that cute play on the deck.
Yeah.
Without, like, that makes it make more sense to me.
Okay, yeah.
Like, I'm more okay with the fact that I don't like this ability because they did a really cool, like, there's a reason for it.
Yeah, the flavor is there.
Yeah.
I will clean, no argument, give you Mr. Fantastic, and not the other two. The Thing and Sue Storm.
Nurgle, can you look at the Thing?
And I know the argument. Oh my god, ritual, and I get 9 power on board. I think that okay. Here's why. Why. I think it has more to do with the fact that appears in lockstep with every other thing those types of decks have seeked to do from the dawn of time, and it doesn't appear to give like a lot of specialness.
Yeah, I'm looking at Nerd Girl's face, and I think that is the correct assessment of this card.
I think you have to. I think it's like
This is so much more exciting than the freaking torch.
What? You just want to hit
is
somebody
awesome.
for. Oh my god! You just want to hit somebody.
I'm
for
totally
12
building
damage.
that.
Yeah, see?
That's cool.
Like, this is not my
How?
style at all, and I was like, good God.
Holy shiitake
Wow.
mushrooms.
This is clobbering time. Like,
Yeah.
I fundamentally do not understand the people I surround myself with. All
Here's the
so
thing.
Yeah, here's the thing.
the rate is absurd for this. So it's 6 mana for a 5/5 trample. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you cast a non-creature spell this turn, put 4 +1/+1 counters on it, and then when it attacks, you can pay one of each color except for black. When you do, double the number of each kind of counter on any number of target permanents you control.
It just attacks as a 9/9 trampler, and the ability is bananas.
Yes.
Bananas wearing actual pajamas.
Yeah, attacks as a 9/9, then attacks as a 13, then attacks as a 17.
I've had to play against Ansrag before. I don't know.
Have you played against 4-color Ansrag?
And all of your
I don't think. See, that's the thing. I
any
think
number
Yeah. Any number and double all counters. It's not even just plus
Any-
ones.
is it
Yeah, I think that's copium. I think that part is because I talked about that on stream at length, and I think that part is
any number of target permanents.
mostly cope compared to the play pattern of like, oh, what if the thing just put a bunch of counters on himself and then Voltron killed you the combat after he got played. Like, I think that's the thing to do with him. I think somebody's gonna try to do Super Friends, and like, you're wrong.
Well, I mean, Planeswalkers, they're non-creature spells. They got counters to double.
This is bananas.
Yeah.
Actual pajamas.
I think it is. I think it is a bananas amount of combat damage you can lay into somebody, but I feel like it's the same as every other. Like, hey, guess what, big green guy? Hey, guess what?
I think the difference here is that the rate is already really good, and it comes with extra super big ability.
And there's like a ton of things that like you can do with this. Like, I know he's green, but like oil counters and like there's silly stuff.
Yeah, I beg you.
Planeswalker, loyalty counters.
Please, in the comments, leave your oil counter the thing.
Your oily
build
thing deck.
as you like. Here's
the
why,
thing, all
here's
oiled
why
up.
I don't believe in that, because you go, here's my oily thing deck, and what do? You ramp because you have a very expensive commander, and he is necessary to turn on your thing. You play the thing, ideally on a turn that you have played, I don't know, a ritual, a mana rock, a ramp spell, something like that, comes in as a 9/9. Next turn, you're like, oily thing time, and you play an oil counter thing. You put 4 more counters on the thing at the beginning of combat. He's now a 13/13. He has 8 counters on him. You go to swing. You've held up 4 mana. You double counters, and you're like, look at all these oil counters as I have exactly 21 damage. Like, I just don't think that...
Right, so you have killed one player, and then you have all of your oil
Right,
to...
I'm not saying
kill the
that
other
is-
player.
I'm not saying that is ineffective. I'm saying it is just deeply like, okay.
Yeah.
If I wanted to rocket to 21 commander damage,
Rocket, nice, the thing.
I don't understand, Mald. You were so excited about the torch, and this
Yeah.
thing you're just like, eh.
because the torch, I think the torch enables a play pattern that is meaningfully different without just being worse. I think all of the alternate play styles for the thing are just worse. I think everything that people are like, I think every alternate type of counter strategy you can throw out is like, oh, this is so cool and neat, feels condescending when you have the 21 damage gun pointed at my head. It feels very much like I could win the game, but I won't. You're going to watch me do oil counters now.
I think though that the part that's missing there is that the 21 kills one player. Like, you have to deal with the rest of the table. And so this deck being 4 colors and caring about any type of counters just means you can do 4 color good stuff. And as long as the good stuff says counter on it somewhere, then this deck is very strong, presents a commander damage threat while being backed up with every good counter card that is in Magic.
And they remove him after you attack the first time, but all your other stuff is just insane now. All your cheap planeswalkers.
He doesn't die to removal.
Yeah, he's 6 mana.
He's 4 color.
This podcast is driving me crazy.
Somebody out there, assuming that we put the removal one out first, can you? I want a list of every reason that something doesn't die to removal.
I guess my they just remove him. I think with a commander like this, it goes back to that not having Llanowar Elves.
It's the rule that you have to let the deck do its thing.
Right. Not having Llanowar Elves turn 1 is a deck building decision. Like it feels like not having protection in hand for this commander is a deliberate decision you had to make at the deck building stage that again feels condescending. Like if you kill somebody with your 21/21 the thing on turn, I don't know what turn. And I do agree what I'm probably missing is the rate, because on these play styles, my eyes always glaze over and I interminably view them as like, I'm going to get some small handful of turns and then the commander's going to be played. And if I don't have removal in hand for the commander, I lose the game at that point. And so I don't pay close attention to, is this doable a turn sooner? Is this doable 2 turns sooner? I just view it as like, my night's ruined. And then I move on. And I feel like if you go, I have the non-creature spells to turn this on, and you're like, no bolt bend, I just got this oil counters thing, that feels condescending as fuck. I cannot elaborate effectively on that compared to other like bad strategies, but that feels fucking rude.
It's one of the videos that I like to make 40 years from now, where I have a spare moment to make other content on how to play your commander, how to play your higher cost commander unprotected and have it be a good move. And I think this is one of those commanders. Like there's a lot behind that, but in general, I think I think this is very good. I think you don't need to do a lot of the things to make it work. And it just has so many factors going for it. If left untouched, wins game. Great. That's a lot of commanders, but it is an important factor. Leaves a lasting effect on the board, even if it's removed, like unless it's removed immediately. That's also strong. Very broad range of things that it synergizes with, like the 4 colors. There's so much here. I think the torch is narrower.
Yeah, but in cool ways. He's got like a tight waist and then like
I'm with you. I'm with you on that. I like the
pecs.
Human Torch better than the Thing, but I think the Thing is at the same level, if not stronger.
And cooler.
You're so deeply wrong.
He's so cool.
You're so deeply wrong. You just like dealing combat damage.
Yeah. Now
I want to do cool stuff with counters.
We will have to like put a link to this when we do our eventual Fantastic Four pod, and we get absolutely clobbered by NerdGirl playing the Thing.
Well, you agreed with me, so I will make sure to clobber Maldhound first.
Right, I think playing them straight on, I do think the Thing is the most powerful one. I just think he's the most powerful one in the same way that these green commanders have been powerful forever and ever and ever. And that disappoints me. It makes me go like it just says like I'm in the exact same place I was prior to the Thing's release of, if I see a commander like that, I mulligan for removal or I lose.
I am so much happier, I will just say, with the Torch now that I know they're all in the same deck. Even though I'm underwhelmed by that weird mana cost, I didn't know that was the theme of it. And so I think all of them are much cooler.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the piece that ties them together so they can be a team.
And so they can all be in the same deck. They can all do something cool. You can pick your flavor, even if Maldhound is dumb.
Even if, you know.
Yeah. Hypothetically.
Your only flavor is I have a 21/21 commander swinging at
and
you.
And a shit ton of oil counters that I'm about to clobber you with.
Don't fucking do anything.
They sure do.
They don't.
The oil counters thing is particularly funny because I agree that that's the worst example.
That's why I picked it, because it interacts with so many cool things, and it was the first odd, interesting, unique counter thing I could think of, and it's coming out in next Monday's episode.
Maybe that's what I dislike about it, is the thing feels like the mascot of the bracket 2 deck that I absolutely cannot allow to showcase its game plan for a fucking moment. I think that's what he stands out to me as.
Maybe just to spite you, I will start a new series 50 years from now when I have a spare moment after having made the other video on how to play your commander without holding up protection on playing decks at bracket 4, because they're people are so honed into, oh, this commander better do a billion things, and half the billion has to be draw a card, the other half a billion has to be combo win game, and that isn't true, but I don't have time to go into that right now. So I'll see you in 50 years.
I'm subjecting you all to 1 out of 10s. No context on what the scale means. Mr. Fantastic, go.
Oh, okay. One, just rate it from 1 to 10.
Not like in your mind. Know if it's power, flavor,
just a number. It's a number.
Just a number.
1 to 10, Mr. Fantastic.
At beginning of combat, if you cast a non-creature spell, draw a card. Spend everything but black and tap to copy a triggered ability twice.
This is a 5.
3. NerdGirl?
5.
Invisible Woman. 3/3 at beginning of combat. If you cast a non-creature spell, make a 0/3 wall. On attack, you can pay everything but black. If you do, target creature gets +1/+0 until end of turn for each creature you control and cannot be blocked.
This is a 6.
1.
5.
Horn of Greed.
This is a 50.
Yeah, 8 million.
Yeah.
4?
Doesn't matter what the text is. It's perfect. It's perfect card.
Sentry, Golden Guardian. 4 mana, 5/5, flying, vigilance, indestructible. When he enters, target opponent makes the Void a legendary 5/5 black horror villain creature token with flying, indestructible, and it attacks each combat if able.
This is a... Right, I can't explain anything.
Can't explain anything.
This is a 7.
9 out of 10. This guy fucking rocks.
Holy shit. 4.
4. Oh my lord. All right.
This very much checks out. Across, down the line for sure.
All right. Super Scroll. 1 black, black, black. A 4/5 with flying. 2 and a white. Make a 0/4 wall. 3 and a green. Super Scroll gets +4/+4 until end of turn. 4 and a red. Super Scroll deals 4 damage to target creature. 5 and a blue. Target player draws 4 cards.
1.
0.
This is repeatable?
Yeah. New Kenrith.
Yeah.
6.
Hateful. Quicksilver. 1/1 with haste. If he's in your opening hand, you may begin the game with him on the battlefield. Has exhaust but different to put a 1/1 counter and a double strike counter on him.
10.
2. Can't believe they did my boy like that.
Isn't it a 2? He's not in your hand.
No, you can't explain things.
Okay.
No context. I didn't say if they were in your command zone.
Oh, I've been assuming they are.
That's crazy. We're cutting that because it's context.
What?
What's the number?
2.
2.
Wait,
Fucked up.
I don't remember. Where are we at?
All right, last one. Speed round. Galactus Nutting. Sorry, the Coming of Galactus. 2 black, black, and a green. It's a saga. Round 1, destroy a non-land permanent. Round 2 and 3, each opponent loses 2 life. Round 4, create Galactus, a legendary 16/16 black elder alien creature token with flying, trample, and whenever Galactus attacks, destroy target land, which somebody will call mass land destruction because you can attack multiple times in a game and they will be wrong. 1 out of 10.
This is a 2.
10.
It ETBs, it kills a creature? It's a saga? 7.
And that's all for the Jabba-weenies, except we have a boy question now.
Give me one more. Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur.
You fuck. I was gonna. Oh my god. Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. 1, green and blue. The faded mana cost. It's a 2/2. Whenever you draw your second card each turn until end of turn, Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur's base power and toughness becomes 6/6 and they gain trample. Whenever an artifact you control enters, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn.
That thing's a 9.
-15.
8. I can't wait to play the thing that makes a Thopter.
All right.
I think the boy question you guys are going to like. I'm going to turn it into a mini competition for you, and I'm going to rate who does it better. The Delta 40 has asked, please just fill in the blank with whatever will rage bait Nerd Girl the most.
Oh, Quiplash. I love this.
Okay.
So who is going to rage bait me? Who is going to make me the angriest right now?
Oh, is there a prompt?
There's
No.
no prompt? That's not Quiplash. That's not a fucking boy question.
The prompt is to rage bait Nerd Girl.
Oh, okay, you said fill in the blank. I was like, hoping they would have.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's not fair. I've been using my rage bait all episode.
Right.
If I hadn't brought up the dies to removal thing until now, and now, okay.
Who wants to go first?
I just edited a new video and I set it to go live 20 minutes ago.
That means I know there's something wrong with it.
I'm trying to dance on the line between won't make her mad
I know.
or can't say on a podcast because I will be harmed bodily.
I saw that line and was like, ooh, time to dance. Ooh, you know what? These are not my dancing shoes. Let me.
All right, hold on.
We have been getting a lot of comments how that is everybody's favorite thing of the podcast is that the Nerd Girl rage bait and lack of understanding.
It's so, I hate this because the rage baiting you is best done when you don't expect it. Like you're ready for me to say outlandish things and I can't just lie about something that I've done because I have no access to your home.
Sounds like Mald forfeits?
I think I forfeit because I don't have it. Like anything I say is just like, I could be like, yeah, I logged in and deleted your World of Warcraft character. And if I had been given that prompt secretly, that works great. But the fact that Nerd Girl's leading with, yes, rage bait me now, simpleton, is most things.
I like how they have such performance anxiety.
It's just regular anxiety. You're in the room with us. It's just regular anxiety.
But you guys rage bait me all the time, and I'm like, cool, give me something that would be rage baity, and you'd be like, I got nothing.
It's art. It's art.
That's because rage bait is done by getting you when you're not expecting.
Right.
It's like going, oh, scare me.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, I could.
Yeah.
It would require me to do something very fucked up. Like if Veggie was
Right.
like, oh, Mald, scare me. Like I could attack him viciously, and then when I got out of jail, I'd be like, "You were scared, right?" And he'd be like, "Yeah." But
this is the like, oh, you're funny. Tell a joke.
Oh my god, fuck those people.
Oh yeah. There's got to be something like.
Well, I think it's because the easiest thing to do would be to tell a lie that is relatively believable, but the prompt prevents that from.
See, I thought you guys were gonna just do, what's that like. It's a specific show where they just say the first thing that comes to their mind about a topic, and then they take turns. Whose line is it anyway? Is that a thing? Is that the name of it?
Yeah, whose line is that anyway?
So I thought you were just going to be like, dies to removal, like, just say a bunch of things that...
Dies to removal only works to bring up when we're talking about a card seriously, and then I'm like, and it doesn't even die to removal. Like, that's how that's how it works.
I get it that it was not rage baiting in the moment, but I thought you were just going to go through the greatest hits for the viewers.
Because I think you just read it wrong. Can I see it?
Please fill in whatever
No,
will
you're reading
rage
it
bait.
wrong. Can I just...
You're rage baiting me right now.
Damn it! All right,
That was good. For a moment, she was unaware.
Almost. That's my one honest shot. And see, what I had to do was go meta and make you forget that we were trying to, and then it's too forceful with the gravity.
Right.
You almost got it.
I almost got it.
No, Mal, I'm not reading it wrong. Gosh. All right. Well, we
This
see
is probably
that
why she won't pay me.
your favorite Good Time Boys have a little performance anxiety.
Yeah, don't try and get us killed like that.
Thank you guys for watching Good Time Boys, and don't forget, leave us #boy questions so we can answer all of your questions, unless they involve rage baiting me.
Unless they risk our lives.
Bye.